river.
You're going straight to Pirates, right?
Yeah.
It's great the election is on a Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's always on a Saturday.
Yeah, because in Denmark it's always on a weekday, so it's always a bit like...
Oh, it's always a party over here.
Yes, I can, but everything is a party up here.
We use every opportunity we can to make a party. You see the flag? So it's somewhere here. And it's called Tortuga.
Det vi gerne vil, det er jo dybest set at lære af, hvad er det, de gør, hvordan er det, islændinge reagerer på den meget radikale dagsorden, behovet for de store forandringer. Det er et samfund, hvor man ikke synes, der er blevet ageret på de kæmpe store fejl, der viser under finanskrisen, og der er simpelthen ikke blevet reageret på det. Og derfor så er det nu, at man siger, nu er det nok, vi bliver nødt til at have nogle langt mere radikale forandringer i samfundet, og det er det, som piraterne er gået til valg på.
Jeg synes, det er super interessant, altså hvad vi kan lære af det, der sker nu her på Island i forhold til, hvad der sker i Danmark. Skal et progressivt parti gå ind i en alliance med de andre progressive partier inden valget, eller skal de køre deres eget, og så se efterfølgende, hvordan vælgerne har stemt, og ud fra det finde ud af, hvordan vi skal arbejde sammen. Så der er en masse sådan, interessante, sådan, mere strategiske overvejelser, som vi i hvert fald kan blive inspireret af. Så nu skal vi ind og se, hvad der sker.
Don't they have elections tomorrow? So they're supposed to be here at 10. Do you want a cup of coffee?
Yeah. Is a cafe around or what?
If you want to change something, pirates are the best bet.
Yeah.
So people who are voting for pirates this election, they are social democrats, they are people from the right, on the center, people who have not, don't really define themselves. One bit that is missing, that they have caught, that I think is maybe the part of any revolution, political revolution, is that they are saying we need to reset the system. They want to press the reset button. And this message has resonated across different political backgrounds, saying like, maybe there's nothing wrong with the people in politics. I mean, they're trying to do their best, but the system is in need of reset. There seems to be a big voting bloc that said, we have to reset the system. We have to reset the system. Reset the system. Reset the system.
It's basically be the change that you want to see in the world. And I think that is more or less what we are trying to do. We are trying to be the change. We are trying to practice what we preach with transparency, with accountability, with honesty in politics. And I think that is just, it speaks volumes, and you can actually see this in popular support. The difference between our means of communicating with the public is that we are not promising money, we're not promising percentages, we are promising new ethics and new ways of doing politics. And I think that is a critical thing to actually do right now.
I think you can see it in Denmark also, and in other neighboring countries. I mean, the winds of change, they come with demographic change. The participation in the primaries, it was cut down by half in the old parties. So the ruling parties, they didn't get their foot soldiers anymore. There are no foot soldiers in the old parties.
We have a slogan that we're in a war against corruption. So you have to be prepared. We have the call center going on now. We're basically calling young people to cast their vote. And we're telling them, listen, it doesn't matter what you vote, just vote, because we need to tell the government officials that young people actually care about what's happening in the politics. Because if the government officials see that the young people care, they will actually start thinking about the young people when they're passing laws regarding education and housing and childcare and so on. So they need to be afraid of the people, the government. As soon as the government is afraid of the people, because we have the power, one man, one vote, they will actually act.
Det de taler om heroppe, det som de pirater, vi snakker om indtil videre, jo taler om, når de snakker om indflydelse, det er jo også hvordan kan de bruge den indflydelse til at give indflydelse til endnu flere mennesker?
Ja, lige nok.
Altså, det handler ikke om at få indflydelsen på lille x ting. Nej, det handler om at flytte et politisk system hen, hvor at man giver indflydelsen til mange flere mennesker. Ja. Men altså, som de selv sagde også, altså, om det så er 15%, som er 6-7% under meningsmålingerne i dag, så er det jo stadigvæk et fantastisk valg for dem, og en fantastisk opbakning til at ville noget andet. Ja. Og det bliver man jo nødt til på en eller anden måde at tage alvorligt i det parlamentariske system heroppe også.
Nå, men nu skal vi et helt andet sted hen. Vi skal snakke med ham, der har lavet Creative Commons. Dybest set er den ideologiske fader, åbenbart, til piratbevægelsen.
I mean, if you look at the pirates here, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Birgitta. When I met with her in May, and she was talking about this election, she was like, the one issue we're going to push is the need to fundamentally reform the Constitution. That's the issue. In a place like Iceland, the way this election has developed, one characterization is a government that isn't responsive or listening, respectful of the people. The people 4 years ago said we want a new constitution. Government has done nothing about it. And so it's been very interesting to see a movement organize around the idea that we want a government that hears us, that listens to us. Democracy has failed. And we're looking for ways to revive democracy, to give a sense that it's efficacious. This election could be the election where the opposition parties unite to say we will pass that constitution. There's an example of like popular democratic action actually achieving something really fundamental that would give courage to similar movements around the world.
A new way to approach democracy where people with technology could be more engaged and so forth. So I think, you know, the really important factor to these new progressive movements has to be more direct democracy, more informed general public, stronger media that can actually function on something else than clicks. I'm often asked, who are you similar to? And I say, we have drawn a lot of inspiration and experience out of, the direct democracy part of Podemos and the technological part, transparency part, and from the Alternative Party in Denmark.
How can we connect the good dots in the world right now? Because there's an enormous need for creating this platform where a meeting place or whatever, think tank, whatever. So I'm totally up for it. I think that's and it's so urgent.
It is so urgent, and it can't be wait. We can't wait. The future vision is emerging. You know, I always ask people at conferences, especially if I'm talking to young people, you know, can you see the world? You know, just start to visualize the world in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. It's very hard, but we can. But we have to start to do it collectively because this world needs to be done collectively.
What kind of a hope does the Pirate Party represent?
That change is possible. It's difficult, it's damn difficult, but it's possible.
This is not people who have been in the political process for years, been trained by the youth parties or whatever. These are just normal people who stood up and say, hey, enough is enough, let's change this.
You can begin to have a story to tell in opposition.
It might, be a part of a revolution going all over the Western world.
You know, no matter what happens, if we get to form a government or not, the changes are here.
Mundu alltaf ástin mín, að þó að illa gangi, þá mun ég ætíð gæta þín í mínu mjúka fangi. Ég skal